ZBrush versus Nomad. Which one is better? ZBrush, developed by Pixelogic, has been an industry standard for over a decade. Used blockbuster films, AAA games, and character modeling pipelines. ZBrush is powerful house with unmatched deep sculpting, detailing, and texturing. On the other hand, Nomad Sculpt, designed for mobile and tablet platforms like iPad, is the new kid on the block that's rapidly gaining popularity for its intuitive UI, portability, and surprisingly power. At first glance, these two may seem like apples and orange, but with Nomad growing faster than anyone expected, many artists are now asking, do I still need ZBrush in 2025? Let's break it down. In terms of sculpting power, ZBrush is still the king. It handles high poly meshes with tens of millions of polygons without breaking a sweat. Its dynamic remesher, Sculptress Pro, and subdivision level systems gives you unprecedented control over both form and fine detail. You can sculpt pores, veins, cloth wrinkles, and micro details that hold up in 40K or 4K renders. Nomad, however, has improved voxel remeshing, dynamic topology, and multi-resolution sculpting to a point where it's surprisingly powerful and even on tablet, but it still struggles a bit with ultra-high resolution meshes, especially on older device. Next, let's look at interface and learning curve. ZBrush is notorious for its non-traditional UI, which can intimidate newcomers. It uses terms and workflow that take time to master. Nomad, by contrast, is much more beginner-friendly, touch-optimized, and behave more like modern 3D tools. Artists coming from Blender, Procreate, or even Photoshop will feel more at home. In fact, for hobbyists or concept artists, Nomad offers a no-friction creative process. You open the app, sculpt, paint, and export in minutes. ZBrush demands setup and a certain level of expertise, but rewards you with deep granular control. When it comes to rendering and materials, ZBrush offers BPR, NPR rendering, matte cups, and support for custom shaders, but no native path trace rendering. It was never meant to replace full rendering engines like Arnold or Octane. Nomad surprisingly offers a real-time PBR renderer with HDRI lighting, environmental reflections, subsurface scattering, and metallic roughness workflow built in. While not suitable to film production renders, Nomad is perfect for creating high-quality concept renders right on your tablet. Great for portfolios, art station posts, or client previews. Now, let's talk painting and texture. ZBrush supports polypaint, spotlight, texture projection, and even UV mapping with plugins like UV Master. It's deep but can feel disjointed for artists who are used PBR painting. Nomad allows vertex painting and basic roughness or metallic maps directly in app, which is fantastic for mobile workflow, but lacks full UV-based texture painting. Still, for concepting and stylized work, Nomad is more than enough. If your goal is to export Blender, Unity, or Unreal for final look div, Nomad gets you surprisingly far. Next, we consider it topology and pipeline integration. This is where ZBrush wins hands down. With Remesher, you can generate production-ready topology with clean edge flow in seconds. It also supports manual retopo tools with similar and plugins. Nomad is contrast, doesn't have advantage or advanced topology tools. You'll need to export to another app like Blender or Retopolo Flow for that. This makes ZBrush more suitable for characters destined for animation or game engine. Now, let's talk cost because it really matters. ZBrush used to be one-time license, but after Maxon acquired it, it now runs on subscription-only model, currently around $40 a month or $360 a year. Nomad, a one-time payment around $15 to $20 depending on the platform. That's it. No subscriptions, no hidden fees for students, hobbyists, or digital nomads. Nomad is incredible value for what you get. Let's shift to portability and freedom. Nomad runs natively on iPad and Android tablets, optimized for touch, stylus, and mobility. If it works offline, you can sculpt on the train, at the beach, or farm, or from a cafe. ZBrush requires a powerful desktop or laptop, Windows or Mac OS, and generally a tablet like Wacom or Huion for serious work. So, in terms of freedom, Nomad unlocks creativity anywhere. Let's not forget community and support. ZBrush has a massive global community forums, tutorials, master classes, and ZBrush Central. Its ecosystem is rich but sometimes harder to navigate due to the steep learning curve. Nomad's community is smaller but rapidly growing, especially on YouTube, Reddit, and Discord, with tons of beginner-friendly tutorials and active users base sharing tips, models, and workflow. Now, let's go even deeper because this isn't just about software. It's about how artists work, learn, and grow. In today's landscape, the best creators are often tool agnostic. They move fluidly between platforms, picking what serves the moment, and that's where the real power lies. Not in choosing one over the other, but in knowing when to use each. You can use Nomad as starting point, sketch your concept, block out your form, experiment with ideas anywhere, anytime. Then, when the piece is ready for refinement, export your OBJ or GLTF file and finish in ZBrush, adding a micro detail, retopologizing, and preparing it for final production. This hybrid workflow is becoming more common among freelancers, students, and even professionals working remotely. It's agile, it's powerful, and it's cost-effective. So, which one is better? Here's the final verdict. If you're a professional character artist, creator designer, or working in AAA pipelines, ZBrush is still undisputed champion. It offers deep performance and the tools required for production level assets. But if you're a freelancer, hobbyist, indie developer, student, or digital conceptor sculptor, Nomad is not just good enough. It's phenomenal. It lowers the barrier to entry and let you focus on the arts, not the tool. In many ways, it's what ZBrush should be for beginners. Ultimately, the best tool is the one that keeps you sculpting consistently, joyfully, and productively. In 2025, for many artists, the answer might just be both. So that's it.